So just to say before I get started, it's all well and good the Lisa Chambers, particularly Lisa Chambers, and then the other TDs, all of them are piling on now. Beforehand it was just Lisa Chambers and Willie O'D. Now there's about 50 of them coming out saying, oh yes, I voted no, even though I campaigned. Like imagine this, you go out and campaign for a side, your political party, you campaign for the yes and yes side, then you turn around and do a no or a no yes. Why would you do that? And why? And particularly, we have to just say this straight. The reason why they're doing this, like, it's just a straight up answer, because they've seen the amount of people, like in Cavan and Montague, for example, nearly 80% of people said no in both referendums. So they're afraid. They're afraid of what people will do in the next election. So they want to be seen to, oh yes, I stood with the people. Even though, you couldn't really trust them to say that they did this, because again we will never know, because unless we were there looking at them putting the ballot into the box, we wouldn't know it. So that's not like a Dáil vote went that. But let's be fair, it's a bit late coming out now and saying it after the election. You think they would have said it before the election that they had these grievances, and especially it's their own political parties who brought forward these referendums. You think they would have said something beforehand. That's what I would have done. Like, we all knew Paddy Turbine and Carl Nolan's and the rural independents views on it. And that was all well and good, because they made it clear what their views were. I don't think Paddy Turbine now or Carl Nolan turned around and was like, oh, do you know what? I campaigned to the no side. I'm going to vote yes. I don't think they done that now. Whatever about any of the Fianna Fáil TDs, they're probably just jumping ship because they know the ship's about to sink, because people are not happy, especially now we heard with Fianna Fáil too, they want to proceed with the hate speech legislation. Do they really want to be the Titanic at the moment? Because they literally are just aiming for the iceberg at this stage, just to hit it and sink the ship altogether. Because they really are pushing it. They really are pushing people to the limit. And especially now with all this carry on. Because, they should have said it. If they were going to vote no, again, it's their own business. It's anybody's own business the way they vote and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, it's very convenient that they come out when the election's over, when they have the results and stuff like that. They didn't say before the election that they had these grievances and stuff like that. I just simply wouldn't. I would have said it before if I had grievances with the party, things like that. I just would have said it out straight. I wouldn't have been lying to people. Like, take for example, Lisa Chambers was out canvassing, literally out in the street with leaflets, giving it to people, talking to people, saying probably, oh, you vote yes, and then she turns around and allegedly does the opposite, but you get what I'm saying. The rest of the Fianna Fáil, like Willie O'D probably was the same. I didn't really hear anything from Fianna Fáil TDs, backbenchers or anything before the election, or even Fianna Gael. Like, they all just were kind of yes. Like, you sing yourself, you're good Twitter, and look at all the TDs. The kids, like, quite literally just yes. It's 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The same with the media, no questions asked. Just so it's probably convenient now why there's just a big like it's honestly just getting worse at this stage, because there's about 50 names added to it. So former Deputy Leader Eamon O'Keefe has now come out and said he voted no in both referendums. So, Micheál Martin has a hard time now. But imagine they all come out now and say it. Like, they should have said it if they had problems with the referendum before. They should have said it, because the Attorney General said it. Now they want to go after the ditch for it because they linked in. Like, basically it's just a big fucking clown show. It's the Muppet Show 2.0. Because let's be fair now. Let's call a spade a spade. This is a joke, like, especially because the amount of them that's coming out now and saying, oh, I voted no and no, and then there's about 20 of them here, there's about 50 of them here come out now and say, oh yeah, I voted no and no, but I didn't say it before the referendum. Like, it's the most clown way ever. Like, if you're for something and you campaign for something, you just don't turn around at the last second. Or if they did, maybe they're just saying, again, we can never prove it, that we can't pull out their ballot paper and be like, yeah, they voted no and no. Because it's anonymous voting. And there's nothing you can do. It's not like a Dáil voting where you can check the records of the Dáil and check. There's nothing you can do. So it's it's just a big fucking mess. How do you, I don't even understand the logic, particularly Lisa Chambers and other TDs. They actually, whether I seen them in pictures online campaigning for the yes vote, and then they turn around with this. As Paddy Turbine, I think, said, where were you next? Were you in the GPO in 1916, Lisa Chambers? They're coming up with I don't know what to make it, to be totally honest. I generally don't know what to make, because if you campaign for something, you stick to it. You stick to it if you especially if you're there, and if you have something to say about it, you shouldn't be afraid or anything that to say it. But again, there was never a word ushered by any Fianna Fáil or any Fine Gael Green Party. They all just stayed with the leader, just kept their mouth shut and just with nodding their heads. And that was it. And they're coming out now when people overwhelmingly said no. It's just, to be totally, I'm trying to keep side with the people, to be totally honest at this stage. Because they know themselves they're in for a tough time in the next election. They are in for a tough time, especially now with the term of the past, this hate speech legislation. That really are going to be in the hard. If they haven't been in the hard time now, they're going to be definitely in the hard time. But if that passes, because I wonder where some of these have. Because again, this is the biggest thing I suppose in the history of state, the hate speech legislation. Because by hell or high water, the Constitution would not allow it. First of all, by hell or high water, because you are inalienable right in the Constitution. It's your freedom of expression, freedom of opinion, and to bring in something that will police your speech, it's far unconstitutional. The word is not even constitutional. It's unbelievable that would even say, "Oh, the Constitution is important," and then the next second they turn around, "Oh, we're going to destroy the Constitution," because in the democracy, that's the main function of society. Your freedom of expression, your freedom of opinion. Just even having a meme on your phone, on God, the shooter can knock down your door and take your whole house and everything. Because they literally probably could, because let's be honest, it nearly is going back to the 1930s, this hate speech legislation and what it's trying to do. We've seen with the meme, even just having a meme on your phone, the Gardaí could walk into your house with guns drawn and take you into that Gestapo headquarters and stuff like that. They interrogate you and stuff like that for a crime. Having a meme on your phone, it's offensive. No, they don't like that. They hate that. But we see what happens. But it's just the biggest clown show imaginable at the moment. I've never seen such a thing. Like if I was a TD, just to say to any of the Fianna Fáil, any Fine Gael TD, Green Party or any of that, if I was to get something, if I campaigned for something, I would say it. I would say to, even if I got kicked out of the party, I would just say fucking straight out. The same, I used to be a supporter of Sinn Féin, and I didn't agree with what they're doing with abortion in Sinn Féin. They generally don't think about life. They don't care about children's life. They don't care. And that's the bit. And I wouldn't stand in Sinn Féin because of that. I generally couldn't stand it. It sick in my stomach if I did do it. Because it'd be unfair. You'd be unfaithful to yourself. Not only will you be faithful to your constituency, you'd be unfaithful to yourself in having a belief and just doing it for the money, basically. Let's put it that way. That's the way you should. That's a very bad politician, because you have to have strong beliefs in what you do, and not just go after the money. And that's what's happening here. They're afraid of the party being kicked out of the party, and and they're all just coming out now because the people overwhelmingly have voted no in the majority of constituencies. So this is what happened. But anyway, it's the biggest clown show imaginable. Thank you.